Okay, let's talk about HVAC systems. We all know having one that works is non-negotiable, right? But that price tag, oof, it can be a real shock to the system. So how do you handle such a huge but necessary home upgrade without totally draining your bank account? Well, let's get into it.
Sound familiar? You know your HVAC system is just hanging on by a thread, but that massive upfront cost feels like hitting a brick wall. And if you're feeling that, trust me, you are not alone. It is the number one reason people put off this super important upgrade.
I mean, we're talking about a major investment here, kind of like putting on a new roof or redoing your kitchen. But you know what the big difference is? This is one investment that starts paying you back from day one. Not just in pure comfort, but you'll literally see it in your lower energy bills each month.
So what's the secret? What's the solution here? It's something called HVAC financing. And the idea is really, really simple. Instead of dropping one giant pile of cash all at once, you just spread that cost out over time into smaller, much more manageable monthly payments. And a lot of times, the HVAC companies themselves will team up with banks to make this happen. For example, the one we're looking at today, a company named Envirotech, actually partners with Wells Fargo to offer a bunch of different payment options. They've got plans for pretty much any budget or timeline. So let's actually take a look at what those options usually are.
All right, first up, let's talk about the no interest options. Now, these are going to be perfect for you if you're in a position to pay the whole thing off pretty quickly, but you just don't want to wipe out your savings in one go.
0%. That's the magic number, isn't it? It's what grabs your attention. It's the big headline for these plans. But, and this is a big but, there is a really important detail you've got to understand to make sure this actually saves you money.
Okay, so here's the deal. The interest is completely 100% waived if and only if you pay off every single penny of the balance before that promotional period is over. If you don't, whoa, you could get hit with all the interest that's been building up since the very first day. So with these plans, commitment is everything.
So let's break down how they're set up. You've got different time frames to choose from, like 18 months, 12 months, or even a quick 6-month plan. And you'll see here that the monthly payment is just a set percentage of the total cost. This is actually designed to make sure you're chipping away at that balance consistently and staying on track to beat that deadline. So how do you know if this is the plan for you? Well, if you look at your finances and you're pretty confident you can have it all paid off within, say, 18 months, and your number one goal is to pay 0 interest, then yeah, this is an awesome choice. You just have to be ready for those slightly higher monthly payments to get it done. But what if that's not your situation? What if your top priority isn't paying 0 interest, but just getting the absolute lowest monthly payment you can? Well, that's where the next set of options comes in, the low APR plans. With these plans, you get a fixed interest rate. In this example, it's 9.99% APR. And the keyword there is fixed. It's not going to change on you. That means your payments will be the exact same every single month for the entire life of the loan. No surprises. And that right there is the big benefit. This isn't a short, fast sprint like the 0 interest plans. Nope, this is a marathon. It's designed to let you budget confidently for years to come, all because you know exactly what to expect. And when you look at the details, you can really see how it works. You can stretch these payments out over 96 months. That's 8 years. Or even 120 months, which is a full decade. And check this out. See how the monthly payment percentage gets smaller the longer the term is? That's the secret sauce. That's how you get that really low, manageable monthly payment. So this option is probably for you if your main concern is just making it fit into your monthly budget without any stress. If having that predictable, steady payment over a long time is more important to you than avoiding interest altogether, then this is almost certainly the way to go.
Okay, so we've gone through the options. Maybe one of them is already jumping out at you as the right fit. So what happens next? How do you actually get started? The good news is they make the process super simple. It really boils down to just 2 easy steps. First, you hop online and see if you pre-qualify through Wells Fargo. It's a really quick check and, this is important, it doesn't affect your credit score. Once you've done that, you just get in touch with the experts, in this case at Envirotech, to talk about your project and figure out the perfect plan. And to make that second step as easy as possible, there's the number right there. You can just give them a call, talk through all the details, and get the ball rolling on your project.
So when you get right down to it, it means you don't have to suffer through another season with a busted or inefficient HVAC system just because of that sticker shock.
The options are out there, so really the only question is, which plan is the right one for you to get your home feeling like that comfortable oasis it's supposed to be?